So, welcome back to Favorite Friday. For the last case for this week, we are going back to California. This is another one of those child death cases that are not as well known. Literally the only YouTube videos I found about this case were like news reports, which news reports do help because like I do get my information like obviously from the news, and hence probably most other YouTubers. But I feel as tragic as this case is, and the reason why the murder happened, at least according to our killers, obviously is very senseless. And so I feel like Lydia's case, Lydia being our victim in this case, her story should be discussed. So if anybody has any similar cases to this, if you knew the couple or any of the biological kids, definitely let me know. And so with that being said, let's go and get started. So Lydia Charity was born on March 15, 2002 in the country of Libya during their second civil war. So then, of course, at age 5, apparently she gets moved over to America, where she gets adopted by a couple named Kevin and Elizabeth Schatz. And so apparently, Kevin and Elizabeth, they already got like 6 kids biologically. And so then they adopt Lydia when she's like 5. And then they have 2 other children. So it's like 9 kids altogether plus them, that's 11. So Kevin, the father in all this, he apparently was working as like a salesman and a repairman before he got laid off, and I assume Elizabeth was like a stay-at-home mom because it didn't give like what occupation she had. And plus, obviously, this is like 9 kids, and somebody gotta watch these kids, so I assume Elizabeth was staying at home. And also, it said that Lydia, at least, I can't speak on the biological kids, but Lydia at least was homeschooled. So then, on February 5th, 2010, on that fateful day, Lydia, who apparently was like 7 years old, Lydia apparently couldn't pronounce the word pulled, and so she was beaten by Elizabeth with some tubing that was about a 1/4 inch wide. And then Zaria, who apparently is also one of the adopted kids that they adopted, was also beaten as well. I don't know what she did to get beaten, but according to reports, she was also beaten. So then Kevin and Elizabeth, they called 911 the next day because Lydia apparently was not breathing. And then Zaria would also get rushed to the hospital because, like I said, she was beat also. And then she actually was put on dialysis due to kidney failure because apparently she was beaten that bad. She luckily had recovered, but Lydia unfortunately had died only at the age of 7. So then these two, Lydia and Zaria, they're found to have like some deep ass bruises on like their backs, butts, and legs, and also like significant breakdown of organs. And these girls are like, I don't know how young Zaria is, but apparently, again, Lydia's like 7. So I would like to assume Zaria is like younger than her. So like prepubescent, definitely. So then Kevin and Elizabeth, they are also taken into custody and arrested. Lydia's cause of death would come out to be like muscle damage, and obviously from the physical abuse from like that 1/4 inch thick ass tubing that they were using to beat her. So then the other 7 kids, they were put into protective custody. It didn't say what even happened to Zaria. And then the other 7 kids, before they were put into custody, they admitted, yes, we were getting beat too, but nowhere near as bad as Lydia and Zaria. So they was getting it like the brunt of the abuse. They was getting it the worst. So then apparently, I guess police were going through the home and they found this book called The Train Up a Child, which apparently is like a very controversial book because apparently it encourages child abuse, essentially, and it's been connected to at least 2 other child deaths. I thought I should mention that. And then apparently, like I said, Kevin and Elizabeth, they're arrested for murder because Lydia has now died because of both of y'all, and they're put on a $2 million bail each. And so in April 2011, Kevin and Elizabeth plead guilty. Kevin apparently pleads to like 2nd-degree murder and torture and mistreating a child, and so he gets 22 years. And so then Elizabeth, because I guess she has some sort of plea deal going on, she pleads guilty to involuntary manslaughter, inflicting corporal punishment on a child, and misdemeanor cruelty to a child. So then she only gets sentenced to 13 years and 4 months. And apparently both are, I guess they had this added to their sentence, they both have 6 months in prison and a $20,000 fine. And that's for both of them. So they got 6 months each and 20 grand each, just as envisioned. And then I went to the California Department of Corrections, like inmate search, because again, I said 2011 they were charged and 13 years, and it's been 13 years. And Elizabeth's name ain't popping up, but Kevin's does. So maybe she got out early for like good behavior. But of course, this case is not as well known. So maybe it hasn't come out that she's been released. So very possibly, and I didn't see no obituary on Elizabeth, so very possibly she could be out. If anybody knew this family, definitely let me know. Like I said, this is another one of those cases that wasn't as well known that I felt should have been covered, but it wasn't. And so with that being said, If anybody has any similar cases, again, definitely let me know. And I'm here for you guys 3 times every Friday. That's the last case for this week. And I'm here for you guys next Friday. Bye.